Welcome to tonight's edition of the Society Today. Don't forget, I'm a regular host, Evangelist Peterson, the Weeping Evangelist. And tonight we have two young men with us today who are going to join us to discuss. I have Sir Francis with us tonight. Welcome, sir.
God
This is your
bless you.
first time of being with us in this show, and we are happy to have you around. And
It's a
also have
pleasure.
Apostle Teganu here with us as well. He's a regular guy who's always been around with us. The black man amongst the white people. Welcome, sir. Welcome, sir. And today, I want to discuss something that's very pertinent in society that has become a pain in my heart. And over the recent years, there is an issue I've observed that is common. I know you may have an experience like that as well. I discovered, sir, that there is a rising increase of single mothers in the society presently. 6 out of every 10 young ladies you meet, they are single mothers of either 2, 1, or 3. So I want us to address it, sir. Okay, before I start, what's your idea of single mothers in society? Let me start with Sir Francis. What's your idea of single mothers in the society?
All right, first of all, I appreciate you for the privilege you've granted me. This is a very sensitive topic,
Yes.
and if you look around, you discover that many of the issues we are having in the society are always traceable to foundations. And looking at the rising rate of single motherhood, you will see that the society day by day is depleting. And of course, we cannot really say or pinpoint a particular set of persons being responsible for this act, but day by day we see it increasing, and it's seriously alarming. And it's good that justice is done to curtail
The issue.
the issue.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Satega, what can you say on that, sir?
I think that, from the beginning I've said that if the foundation is out of course, what can the righteous do? They will do nothing. When the foundation of every individual that happens to be the home is not in its right place, things are bound to happen that may not go well for the well-being of the society. You see? And it is not usual for us to be having single parenting in the society. That's not the normal way to have a society working. It is usually a combination of the man and the woman that makes parenting to work. So if the society is working towards that area where we're having single parents, it shows that we are standing on one leg and there is no balance there.
Okay. Okay, thank you, sir. Like you said, no one stands on one leg for long and succeeds. After a while, you get tired. So, single parenting is actually standing on one leg in raising the children. From the beginning, the Bible said, the two shall become one. So, God is aware, or God, it's the two are needed to raise a child. But when you come to a stage where one is either father or mother is raising the child, there's always a vacuum in the life of that child. Right? I think there is a statistics I saw online last night while I was going through my research, and it says 70% of gang members, which has to do with cultism, high school dropout, teen suicide, substance abusers, and early pregnancies came from single mother houses. I come again. It says 70% of gang members, which is cultists, high school dropout, teen suicide, substance abusers, and early pregnancies come from single mother houses. So I think, what can you say about that? It's very high statistics, 70%.
It's very sad. It's a sad experience where we have these experiences coming from children, teenagers, and it is somehow. The truth is, where there is no balance, things will usually not go well.
That's true.
So every child needs the presence, the physical presence, spiritual presence, emotional presence of the father and the mother to build that child well. And when one is missing and one is training it shows that the effort of the other one that is missing will be noticed. And we're already seeing it. And it's happening to our girls. It's happening to our boys. Teenagers will just think of killing themselves. Teenagers will just end up getting pregnant. Teenagers will just be abusing things. It is really, really a sad experience.
Oftentimes, I think that one of the reasons why teenagers indulge in some of these, like, let me be sincere, hookup business, most of them, they are from single mothers especially. So they see the struggle in the home, how the mom is trying to catch up. So in a bit to support the mom, they go into these vices just to be of help to the mom. And because, I think I've said that the year before, a woman, she was a single mom, the dad wasn't around, something happened, the man has left. The girl came back late as at 8, 9 that day. The mom wanted to shout. The girl brought, I think it was barbecue and some other things. The mom, after when she saw barbecue, the voltage came down. She ate the barbecue. The next day, the girl came back around 10 p.m., not a.m. This time around, the mom didn't shout because something followed her back home. But I'm very sure that if there is a father in that house, that can never happen. That can never, because there is what a father presence does in the home. Yeah. Just that awareness that my dad is around, it puts the child under check. Okay, Sir Francis, please say something on that statistic. 70% of, what can you say on that? 70%, not even 20%.
Now, like I said before, and my brother here have rightly said, a society where you have one fix of educational structure, you are bound to get it wrong. Now, don't forget, let me bring us to something. Just this evening, I had an issue regarding single motherhood. I have one of my daughter who just came back from her marriage, so to say. You know, I was trying to put one or two together to make sure that the relationship will work. Okay. Now, looking at this, if you hear some of the reasons why this separation is coming in, you will know that our homes are really, really the core issue why we are having these things happening. Because a situation whereby you see sometimes parents, like fathers trying to scold children, you will see the mother standing behind the excesses of the children, or maybe mothers trying to scold the children, fathers standing to curtail the excesses of it. You see that the society will not balance. Yeah. Now, this teaching and training must come from both sides. Yeah. Even the creator of God said that it is not good for the man to be alone.
Yes, that's true.
Are you getting it? Yes. So if we are going to have a balance in this thing, just as we are saying, these two good heads must be put together and they must work together to have a particular goal. If not, whether we like it or not, the rate will keep on increasing until we put our home into check, until we kind of understand that if we are going to have a better society, it will first of all start from our home. So sometimes you see our parents, you see our fathers, you see our mothers, the issues they have at home bring these children to that level, because they believe that if my father can treat my mom this way, I am now coming into same thing, it is better I stay alone. Yeah. So many a times it's traceable to the foundation. The way we, the fathers and mothers, will live our life, the way we react, the way we act, even when our children are there, tells a lot about what the children will become tomorrow.
Okay. Let me ask her, and now I'm a young man. I want to ask you, I think you are older than us. In way back, 80s, 70s, and 90s, this issue of single mother, was it like that as at that time? Was there any issue like single motherhood in those days?
Now, I will expressly tell you no. Reason being that in those days, when you see single motherhood, you can only trace them to people who maybe one of the spouse passed on. Okay. Are you getting it? Okay. In those days, our parents in those days, they have this mentality of come rain, come shine, we will stay. They have the interest of the children at heart. Yeah. They will tell you whatever comes, I'm here because of my children. And so you see that even with the lack of educational knowledge, they have this understanding backing their belief that if I am there, my child will be better. Are you getting it? But these days, this idea of equality in relationship, gender equality has become one of the paramount issues we are having. So women now believe that they can do without man. Men now believe they can do without women. Are you getting it? And so sometimes when they are involved in relationships, you discover that with little scolding from the man, the woman will say, me, you can't do this to me. And you see them, they go away.
Especially a woman who's already doing it financially.
Yes, exactly.
They can't really stay.
You get the point. Exactly. And society or maybe the law permits them to be with the children at a certain age.
Yeah.
And so you see them, they're struggling with the children because they have a notion that I don't want anybody to train my child for me. But in those days, in our mother's era, when they have that understanding, that will keep them in the marriage, in the relationship. But in these days, that will bring them out of the relationship and thereby struggling, indulging in different kind of things to make sure they survive. So the understanding of the interest of the children should drive us to make us stick to our relationship.
To make it work by
all means.
Also, what want to say anything on that, sir?
Like he has said, I believe that the success of the home starts from the man. And the man should be an example. I've been saying this couple of videos. And the wife should be an extension of the man.
Yes.
So if the wife is an extension of the man, the children will only be a result of a good example. So like you mentioned, the man should not be correcting a child and then the wife is standing by to create a support that don't worry, your father is a bad person. Neither the woman's correcting the child and then the father is standing as a guide that don't worry, I'm standing with you. It's wrong. Absolutely. In fact, when correction is going on, the both parents must be involved. The ones that we love, we must correct them.
Yeah.
And that goes as far as to our wives. If we love our wives, we should correct them. There are impressions that sometimes they just bring up. Correct it while it is hot. Because if you don't correct that, the children will copy it. Yeah, my mom used to do this thing. So they will lift it to their life and then they begin to display the same thing.
And we think it is the norm.
And somebody that will marry them or be in relationship with them may not take that attitude. So because the man is accommodating does not mean that he should not correct. Correct the things that you are not comfortable with. Point it to everyone that I stand for what is right. Let everybody know you for what is right and be the example.
Okay, thank you, sir. And while you were speaking, something just occurred to me. So, like, since this thing, like you said, in those days it wasn't so, the single parenting wasn't common except on the ground of death of the partner. But today, whether death or not death, I don't think it's so. Young girls who are still in their early 20s, they are single parents, both men and female. So, like, what are the major causes of this single parenting in the world? What are the major issues responsible for single motherhood and single fathers in the society today? Let me start with Sir Francis and come, sir.
Okay, like I rightly mentioned, the idea of this gender inequality is one of the issues we are having. Now, if we can understand and go back to the basics, that no man is an island. You can't do it alone, I can't do it alone. If we understand that when we cooperate, the Bible speaking in the book of Genesis, let me come to scriptures. In the book of Genesis, chapter 11, the Bible said that the people building the Tower of Babel had an understanding of togetherness. And to a point, if you study the scripture, you will discover that God almost got confused and said, no, if you allow these people, they will get to a point where it will be difficult to stop. Are you getting it? So there is this understanding we must have about togetherness, that if we can be bond, we will have a better society. But if we have this notion of I can do it alone, I can do it alone, I can do this alone, I can do that alone, this is why the menace keep on increasing in the society. This is why you discover, like you rightly said, how can you, a single parent, see a child like, for instance, because what we are talking about now, we are looking at the young ages of 15, 16, 17. You understand? How can you see your child dressing immorally? You will not caution them. And you discover that some of this single motherhood, they came from rape cases and the rest.
Yeah.
Let's not forget.
Yeah.
Because we are only looking at the relationship aspect of it.
Yeah.
So they came for rape issues and the rest, rape cases and the rest. So how can you, a parent, see your child dressing nude and you don't want to correct them? And you see, because of all these things, you see them getting involved with relationships that they were not mature to get involved into. And so thereby resulting to single parenting. Because it's something that you are not prepared for. And so as it comes, you are pregnant already, you can't abort the pregnancy. Or for instance, there is a case even in this our land where somebody got pregnant, tried to abort the baby for several times, and he could not succeed. We were told that they gave birth to the child holding drugs, which is abnormal. Are you getting it? So we have to understand that these things, single mother, single father cannot do these things alone. The understanding of if we come together, we achieve success should be driving us.
Okay, one of the points you just said I got is that these people, they are not prepared for it.
Yeah.
So maybe they're just doing boyfriend and girlfriend and the thing comes accidentally. So maybe they tried abortion, it didn't work. Okay, let's move just bonus. And sometimes I discovered that a boy may want to play game with a girl and he's not interested in the girl for anything serious, just like casual stuff.
Yeah.
And in the process, she gets pregnant. And there are ladies I've seen, they will tell in our family, we don't do abortion. No.
Yeah.
There are families like that.
Yeah.
Or again, a lady, she knows that the boy is doing well, he's financially balanced. She may think, if I get a left for her, he go marry me. And I know the male factor, when a man doesn't like you, no matter what you do, he will not stay with you.
Not stay with you.
You can only bring the child. He may take care of the child. He may not even take care of the child. At the end of it all, the elder may be the one. So the point I got is that people go into relationship when they are not matured and prepared for it. And you know, I was in a school recently, in MEA girls, a girls' school. And I think the oldest among the students should not be more than 16, 17. So I asked them, how many of you have a boyfriend? You need to see the chaos in the hall. They're all laughing, pointing at each other. You are not 16 years down to 12 years in secondary school. Many
have a boyfriend.
70% of them had a boyfriend in school. Imagine at that stage, if one gets pregnant, what do you expect? Either she drops out of school, and she must drop out of school, and she becomes an early mom. And you know, at that stage, they are not yet mentally, financially, emotionally to handle marriage stuff. So at the end of it all, they get picking together, they have a child together. So they are not, so you see the causes again. Everything is now going back to the family,
the parents,
which is a failed structure in society. So let me hear from you. What are the causes of this single motherhood in society?
Like my brother has said, I will add to it.
Yes, sir.
When women don't want to be under the authority of a man, you are attracting a problem.
Can you say that again, sir?
When the woman does not want to be under the authority of a man, like you don't want to be corrected, you want to live your life as though anything comes and go, there will be a challenge. You see, everything that was made, there is a law that is binding it.
Yeah.
Everything that's made. The day you put the bed on water or in water, the bed will die.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So birds are obeying a law, and that law must keep them on air to survive. Only man wants to flaunt the order that keeps him insane. The woman was made to be under an authority. But women, we get to that place where, no, I don't want to be under the authority of a man. You will attract a problem that will affect society. So it is people's breaking of law that affects a society. Now, let me also mention that we are having influencers that we are looking at on TV,
Okay.
who are women, more of women, who don't want to be under the authority of a man. We see those things and we copy them. And we forget that we have an African culture. Say, if that lady can do it and it worked, me too, I will do it. So you just copy what is not right, and we are seeing the results. No matter how grown you are, no matter how wealthy you are, woman is woman. Woman should be under authority.
Yeah.
But that does not mean that the man should not be under authority as well.
You-
They both must come under the authority of each other. Let's create a balance.
Is it really possible to control a woman that has influence, that has wealth, that is doing well financially? Do you think submission from that lady is easy?
Let me say that a woman that is well trained, well baked from the house will not have that challenge.
Are you sure of that? Money has a way of changing people, influence.
Yes, I
So,
know.
so are you really sure that a woman who is doing well financially can submit 100% to the authority of a man in the house?
Okay, let me say that the man first should do well, because to put that woman on check, if the man is doing well, if the man is doing better than the woman will be under the authority. But let the woman be the one that is better than the man. You will begin to notice things that you have not seen before from the beginning of the marriage. You will wonder, is my wife changing? Yes, she's changing. Those things were hidden inside of her. So as the money comes, as the money gets bigger and gets better, those things begin to come out.
So are you advising us male to put our wife on that check perpetually to ensure they don't grow above us?
Put the women under checks. In fact, ensure that she's under an authority and the authority of the man.
Okay, sir. Okay. I think something I discovered again is that a successful woman does not want a man to come into her life to control her. But a woman wants to come into a successful man's house to control the man.
Yeah.
She wants to dictate who comes in and who does not come in.
Yeah.
She wants to tell the man, this is your friend, I don't like you, you should not come. And not knowing that friend has been a part of that man's life since childhood days.
Yeah.
But once a woman is wealthy, doing well, she does not want any, you can't control her. She will tell, before you came, I was doing well.
Yeah.
So she wants to, so that's another factor. That is why many of our Hollywood actresses, they don't stay in a marriage for long, because they already have the influence, they have whatever they need, so they think by themselves they can actually. And to be sincere, children raised by single mothers cannot be compared to a child raised by both parents. There's always, the difference is clear. Like I said earlier, when the presence of the man in the house alone sends a signal to the child.
Yeah.
Recently I was somewhere and a little child, not let's say 2 years or 3 years, was doing something wrong. The mother was calling the child was doing as if he is not hearing. The mother was shouting. As soon as the father came out of the house, seeing the father alone, the child, he picked crazy, run. So let's think of it. If the father, let's assume he's a single mom now, the father is not around, that's how the child will now grow up disobeying the mom.
The mother.
Yeah.
So you see the place why we need fathers, irrespective of this ideology of gender equality. We are all equal. We are not all equal. As a matter of fact, can I say this, sir?
Yes,
Now, man, God, no woman.
Yeah.
I know they will argue about that.
Yeah.
Man is the original plan of God, not woman.
Yeah.
Do you know, if we are digressing a bit now. If the man had not eaten the fruit
Yeah.
of that fruit,
Yeah.
God would have not reacted to the
Yeah.
That's true.
because it was because the man ate that made God to react, because man is
the target.
the target, not even the woman.
Not the woman. The woman is not a target.
Let's leave that for some other time. Let's talk about our single mothers.
Now the truth is talking about the idea of submission. You know, when we don't understand structure,
Yeah.
that is when we drive wrong.
Yeah.
You know, woman has this power in her that from the foundation of creation that she really does not understand. There is strength in submission.
Yeah. There is strength in submission.
When you submit to any authority, whatever comes through that authority will definitely pass through you.
That's true.
Because the authority is aware that you have its interest at heart.
Yeah.
Now, any woman who we want to have a successful relationship must understand that her primary assignment is to queue behind the prospect of the man.
Yeah.
And in doing that, you also elevate your children's mentality to believing that whatsoever we go well, we stand as a chain coming from the father who is the head to the mother who is the helpmeet and to the children. But in a situation whereby the woman refuses to understand that chain of authority, that's when the children will be going wrong. That's where the children will be going on. True. So we must first of all make our mothers, our girls, and our sisters understand these things. That your money is useless if you are not under authority. Yeah. Anybody at all can just come your way and begin to talk to you anyhow. But when you are under authority, when they want to talk to you, first of all, they will not address you by your name. They will address you by the man's name. Yeah. Are you getting it? Yeah. You can't come to my house now and start calling on my wife's name. But you can enter my house and start calling my name. Yeah. You can enter my house and start calling my name based on her, even when you want to address her. Mrs. Francis. Are you getting the point? Yeah. Why? Because she's supposed to be under that authority. So if she cannot remain under that authority and she's expecting her children to remain under her authority, it cannot work. Yeah. So whatever we are saying now, even talking about the single parenting and the rest, is traceable to this fact that everybody in the home must understand their place. Yeah. And when you understand your place and walk in your jurisdiction, the one behind you will know how to queue behind you and support the vision of the home for it to grow.
Absolutely.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for that contribution. Our time is fast spent. I don't want to add this quickly, then we round off for today. Like, let me ask you, sir, Tiga, have you had an encounter with any single mother lately?
Yes. Couple of times.
What's your experience? Is it positive? What can you say about them? Are they actually bad as society paints them? Or are they good? What's your experience with them? What can you say about them?
I would say that majority of them know they've made a mistake.
Yeah.
And they are trying to correct the mistake. So, by just recognizing that they are already misplaced, becomes the route for change. But our only challenge with them is that after some time, they will begin to display the actions that they were displaying before that led them to that state they were. So, knowing that it is certain attitudes that were displayed that led you to that thing and repeating them, I'll have a challenge. I have a serious issue with it already. Because I think as a matured person, you should learn from your mistake and not repeat them. And then these single mothers too they sometimes become very possessive. The second time. The moment they get an opportunity to have somebody who is there, they possess the person completely. They even get to that place or that point where they want to dictate what happens and put their children, as the case may be, and put their children into the picture. That the man should be responsible for him,
for the children,
take care of them as though
they are
his property. I don't like the idea where, okay, you have had a challenge before, and then you are taking the child and getting married to another person, you are bringing the child.
So what do you expect? You expect her to leave the child with the man?
Children are properties of the man.
But you can't actually separate a mom from the children. You know there's an attachment between these two figures.
Who has the child?
Who has the child?
Yes.
It's both of them.
I agree.
Okay.
I agree that it's both of them that have it. But after some time, you will notice that these same children will be demanding for their father that was not there. So give it to him. Let him take responsibility for the children.
Take. I
And then
actually
enjoy
think
your.
no woman wants to release their child out because they feel that nobody can train their child the way they would train the child. So
why
they are
take the
always
why take the
possessive.
Why take the child to the new man?
She can't leave the child out there now. She must carry her child along. let's get Pastor Francis.
My brother started on a very good note. Though I may disagree at the end of his submission.
Yeah, it's free.
Many of these single mothers,
Yeah.
they've come to realize they made a mistake.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the first step.
That's the first step. Now, speaking about the prodigal son, the Bible said that he come to his senses, and when he does, he retrace his steps.
That's true.
Now, as a single mother, let me just put this as an advice. If you understand that you've made a mistake, it is better you retrace your step.
Yeah.
And how can we retrace our steps? Is by renewing our mind. That's what Paul said. Say, do not be conformed to the pattern of this world. And so by renewing our mind, renewing our thinking, to understand that there is this attitude that does not work for me time ago. Let me not go back to same attitude.
Yeah.
Because there is a common saying in our language that when you got beaten by a second rain, it brings cold. So the experience you may have the second time may not be sweet.
That's true.
Now, our mothers should be able to understand that when you have the privilege to come into relationship again, you should be able to bring your wealth of experience into play by making sure that you cue, like I said before, you cue into the agenda of the man you are coming to meet. Now, let me come to where I disagree with my brother. If she is coming into the second relationship, she should be coming as a renewed person. That is what will give this second man the how would I put it?
Assurance.
The assurance to come into her again. Because sometimes seeing single mothers alone is discouraging for a relationship. Because what will be ringing in your mind that what actually has she done
that led to breaking of
you understand? Yeah. So now coming into this second relationship, the man now have an understanding that maybe there are some changes to character wise and the rest. And so you as the lady should be able to convince the man that you are coming to me that I am now a changed person. Not by saying it, but by acting on it. So when you bring your children into the relationship, you should be able to make sure that your drive and focus should be on the man's vision. And if you are doing that, these children you are bringing into the relationship should also stand in support of the man's vision by respecting the man as their father. I give an example of a man who has issues like this, a popular TV figure, presenter, Steve, in USA. He had the woman in his life presently came with about, I think, 3 children or thereabout. As we speak, Steve is the one taking care of the children till they've grown now. When you see all of them, they celebrate Steve as their father. But if you are not told that Steve is not their biological father, you will not know. Now, what created this relationship is the attitude of the mother. So our mothers should be able to understand. I believe we are rounding them. That's why I'm bringing them. Our mothers should be able to our single mothers should be able to understand that there is a notion about them already being single mothers. So you should be able to create a platform and a system, a character that will portray a different part of them, a different personality or a better part of them, so that they can be accepted into the society again.
This is deep. This is deep. I would have said something about, okay, let me just say it. Are you aware that most young men are afraid to engage with single mothers?
Yeah.
Many people, they are afraid to engage. And one of their major reasons is that waiting position from the first marriage. So they are, I mean, that's thing that pursue that will also repeat
itself.
And again, the single mothers, I think they always put the child or the children first before any other person.
Yeah.
So many of them, before you can tell, say, if I get picking, I get to, if you are okay, if you are not okay, what? So they tell you up front, say 2 days, 3 days, go 6 days. But the children are always their priority over the man.
Yeah.
But you said something that the man should be the first. But it's not like that with them, sir. I know what I'm talking about.
Not like that with them.
They always put the child ahead of the man. And no man likes that.
That is why I said their mind must be renewed.
Yeah.
Their mind must be renewed.
No man likes that. And again, sometimes the man can correct the child. I've seen a case where the man was correcting the child. The child said, "No beat me, what's a man? Are you born?" So that man has to be discouraged already. With that kind of notion.
That's a turn off already.
Yeah.
Time is up. We'll talk again next week. But summarily, okay, can I just say this? You said something that they have had experience and they have learned their mistake. I'm just thinking, you may correct me. Don't you think? I think that when companies want to employ employees, they look for those that have experiences. So don't you think single mothers who have had experience are actually the best people to engage with?
In as much as I would say yes and no.
Yes and no.
Yes.
Yes and no same time.
Yes. On one side that everybody expect them to have experience. But no because their approach towards the new man or the second man is wrong. Like you mentioned, if you are coming, come first. Leave the child behind. Come first. Paint a picture that I'm a changed person. And don't front the child.
You can't
because
separate them from their children.
The child, and then the child is flaunting the order of the man. You have lost the man.
I understand, but sir, you can't actually separate them. To them, they see their children is their achievement. So you can't. They know the feel they do without the children. That is just them.
But I have a challenge. I have a challenge where the man who is supposed to be responsible for his child is not there. After some time, somebody else has trained the child. You are not coming to claim ownership of the child you were not there for.
On that ground, Sir Francis, I think men actually, the right was they abandon the children with the woman.
Yeah.
And this is why most times the men will see that they want to take the child, the woman will say no. So the man will say, okay, if you want to take the child, take care of their carry, no disturbing for the child. If not, most men are willing to take the child from the women, but the women are saying no.
This is why I said give the men their children.
No mother wants to release her child. That is another point again. They don't want to release their child. So most men will say, okay, since you cannot give my child, oh yeah, take care of the child. One day the pikin go find the father come.
So who will not be responsible for the child? Becomes the question.
The mother is there.
But are you expecting another man to take care of the child that did not come from him? Are you not seeing the challenge?
Sir, let me hear
Me,
you.
I will not do it personally.
You have to do for yourself.
Yes, I'm speaking
All
for
right.
myself.
The question was like those that have left the relationship.
You have experience already.
They're supposed to
Be the best.
be the best. Now, I hit a point that I will still want to pitch my tent on. There are two things about life. There are people who observe to learn.
Okay.
There are others who learn by experience. Now, you can't say because you learn by experience, you will have upper hand as somebody who learn by observation. Some people are too neck deep on some situations that it gives them a different side of life.
Yeah.
Okay.
There are people who have left a relationship. Now they are single mothers, single parents. They don't want any other person to give them instruction because they will tell you this is how this guy used to do it to me.
Yeah.
While others, they are there observing what is happening, that okay, if Mr. B does it this way and it do not work, that means I don't have to do it this way. So the society should be balanced if we will understand our place. I said before, in any relationship, like I said, bringing a child to a relationship is not the issue. But the way you present the man before the child matters a lot.
Yeah.
As I am now, I am a living example of that. I grew under a single mother who later remarried. Right? Then Our priority was our father, who is my stepdad.
Okay.
That was our priority. When we want to go to work, we think of his work first. Whatever we want to do, we think of him first. To a point in our family, I was a stepson, but my stepfather would not do anything without consulting me. He wanted to buy television. He had to say, Francis, take money, go. He wanted to buy generator. Francis. And I was the second to the last in the house. Francis, go. To a point, my elder brothers, they had issues with it. That they are the eldest. Why is it that I'm the one our stepfather is sending to go and buy these things? Now, I was able to queue behind my mom to understand that the priority of this family is what the father wants.
Yeah.
So let me queue. I grew up to see that our family will go to farm. When we return, while everybody is taking their bath, freshening up, our mother will go into the kitchen. We'll start preparing food for everybody. Now she will make sure that everybody has eaten, the husband has eaten before she will take her bath and rest. So it created an understanding amongst the children that the priority of this home is the head, because if the head stand well, the whole body will stand well.
Absolutely.
Are you getting it? So it all boils down to how the single mothers take these children before the father.
Yeah.
Like now, as pastors, if you will not point your members to God, they will get it wrong.
That's true.
That's why you see that when pastors are not around, things go wrong. But a situation like we speak about the Azusa street evangelism, you discover that everybody that were around were kind of, in fact, as a matter of fact, you don't go to hold any particular person as the pastor that was around. If you need anything, anybody you meet around was active. And in the time of Jesus, same thing happened.
Yeah.
Because for Judas to say the one I kiss is the one, you should be able to understand that there was a balance in the system. So you understand. So our mothers should be able to inculcate this understanding into these children they are bringing into relationship. That look, the priority of this home is the father, and they will only do that not by saying it, by living it,
By action.
Living it. Yeah.
by living it.
Wow.
That's very powerful.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. This has been a very impactful talk. But there are still more things you can say, but time is against us. So by same time next week, we are going to be back here to continue on this discourse. Single mothers in society. Why are we having more single mothers? The causes and the possible ways out of this mess. So see you next week, same time.